boys and gears, and welcome back to Vanilla High. So, we are standing outside the trade hall, looking at our nifty sign, because, today's episode is going to involve the trade hall. Oh, and between episodes, I got this very shiny trident. It's a Mending Riptide 3 Impaling 4 Unbreaking 3 trident. So, and, you may be wondering where the texture pack is. The answer is, it has not been updated for 1.14 yet. So, when the update happened, some of our villagers, like this one here, lost their profession. So, my goal in this video is we're going to go ahead and make workstations for all our villagers. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back here behind this area and we're going to take out these wood planks for one. Now, from what I understand, they don't need a bed to restock their trades. So, my plan is, since I've already written down all of their information, I'm going to see if it works leaving them in their minecarts, but putting them next to their workstations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all this wood on this lowest level, which we had put in place because zombies were getting in here and attacking our villagers through these corners. But now everything's lit up down here, so I don't think we have to worry about that anymore. And from what I've seen from watching Il Mango, what we can do is we can come in here and then take this bottom block out and replace it with their workstation, whatever their workstation is. This is where I was coming up with an idea for if I had to actually put beds in with them. So, don't worry about that. But that's the idea, is we'll go in here and the reason we have to take out these wood blocks is, from what I saw on Il Mango's video, if they have a gap here, they can still think they reached the workstation. So, that's my plan. I don't want to remove them from the minecarts, but if I have to, I will. And if we need more lighting, of course, we can always just stick torches back into these little notches. I've written down all of the villagers and what professions I want them to have, if they don't have a profession, or professions they already have, if they do have a profession. So, that's all written down. I've listed down all the workstations we're going to need. So, according to my list, we're going to need 31 lecterns, 3 brewing stands, 7 blast furnaces, 6 smokers, 2 smithing tables, 2 looms, 5 grindstones, 2 cauldrons, 7 composters, 3 stone cutters, and a cartography table. But yeah, that's the plan at least, guys. So I'll catch back up with you guys when I have all the supplies for that. So guys, I did a little bit of testing in my single-player redstone testing world, just because I didn't want to go through the process of putting in all these workstations and then have the villagers not be able to notice them. So, as you can see, we've got a villager in here. I just took away the loom that was making him a shepherd. So, now if we come back around here, we place the loom in, and we come back up here, he has now turned into a shepherd again. So, that means that we won't have to worry about removing them from the minecarts, for one, and for two, we won't have to move more than 1 block. we can just take out the one bottom block behind each cell for the villager and replace it with whatever their workstation is. Which is great, because I didn't want to have to pull them all out of the minecarts, because we use a redstone system to keep them in those cells. And from experience, they can sometimes cause issues with it and wind up killing themselves. So, keeping them in the minecarts was kind of essential. And yeah, so now we have a way to keep them at a workstation without having to, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully this won't cause issues. I have to do a little more testing just to make sure of things, but yeah, so far it's looking so good. Alright, so this is what I was worried about. See, I took the loom out and I replaced it, but now this guy is grabbing the loom instead of this guy. So what we might have to do is just block them in completely like this, and then place the loom in. And see, now he's grabbing it, and the other guy isn't. So what we might have to do is we might have to go through, block in all of our villagers so that they can't see the other workstations as we're putting them in, and then take them out as we put in the workstation that's specifically for them. But I have heard little loom noises coming from this guy, so obviously he is using the loom to restock his trades. See? Loom noises. So, there you go, guys. That's how you can update your villager trade hall then, if you need to, with your current setup. What would have been easier is if I could have gone around to the front to do this in my trade hall, but I really can't, because that's how I'm lighting most of the inside up. So I'm gonna do it from the back. Alright, so I'll see you guys back over on the Vanilla High server. Alright, and we are back on the Vanilla High server. So, what I did was, because I didn't know if fences counted as whole blocks or if trapdoors counted as whole blocks, so I went through and placed spruce planks across the fronts of all of these. Now, I got lucky with up here because you can't tell so much from over here, but from on the sides, a lot of these glowstone pillars for the windows wound up being right in the spots that we needed to fill. So I don't think we need to put anything up there to block people from seeing the wrong workstation. Because as you can see, unless there is something underneath this, I haven't looked. Yeah, darn. So I'm gonna have to do that real quick, and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, we're back, and I'm gonna turn down the villager noises real quick, because they're kind of really loud. Anyway, so what I was thinking would be the easiest way to do this is, take my trapdoor. So, what I'll do is, if I can manage to see the block behind them, I should be able to just go ahead, take that block out, and then he is a librarian, so we want to put in a lectern. And that should sync him up to that workstation, I think, unless... Yep, it's daytime, so that should sync him up to that workstation. This one is a cleric, so we're going to need a brewing stand. Yeah, so I'm probably going to time-lapse this a little bit, so that way it's not going to take up so much of your time, and that way also you guys get a time-lapse, because you haven't had one in a while. So I thought I ran into a problem, but I just realized what it was. They don't take the work stands because I still have the planks in behind them. What I'm going to need to do is after I finish going through and placing in all these workstations, then I'm going to have to go in and remove those planks, which will work for these first 2 layers, but I don't know what I'm going to do about that 3rd layer yet. I'll have to figure that out in a little bit. Anyway, back to putting in the workstations. Alright guys, so I made my first official mistake. I went through and I put in all of the workstations first, and now I don't know if they're actually synced up to their actual workstations. And the reason I realized that I made a mistake is this guy right here. This guy right here was blank, and I had stuck a lectern here next to him so that he could turn into librarian. And yeah, he turned into an armorer, which meant he was seeing somebody else's blast furnace from over here and not what he was supposed to be seeing. So I might have to take these guys from the first couple slots, pull them out of their mine carts so that I can get them to resync up to their actual workstations. Because I don't know if they grabbed the right ones. And they won't be able to restock if they didn't. So I need to pick all of these workstations back up first and foremost. Let's just put that over there. Okay. So these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the ones that I need to let free. But I need to wait till it's closer to the right time of day. Right now it is nighttime. So if I let them out, they won't really find the new workstations right away, and yeah. So, I'll catch back up with you guys when it's closer to the right time of day. Alright, we're back. So, as you can see, the sun is rising. Let's go ahead and get back into the maintenance hatch area. And let these villagers loose so that they can see that their workstations do not exist. Alright, so just on the edge here. Oh, I forgot. I need to put some more stuff away. Let's put away signs, the fences, and the trapdoors. And then I'll pick up his minecart. Dude, are you serious right now? Like, go find your workstation. So you can see that it doesn't exist anymore. Both of you. Go find your workstations. Okay. So he realized his workstation is not there. So I'll be able to move him back into his cell in a minute here. Let all of them out, though. Alright. So this one is already back in his cell. So, lock him back in there. Great. Stupid internet. So. Let's see. Nope, nope. Dang it. Get in. Just get in there. No, 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 no. Ah! I'll tell you one thing I do not like about this update. Villagers move way too freaking much. They used to move way less. Nope. Nope. Okay, well, I'll catch back up with you guys when I've got them actually in their cells. Alright guys, I finally got them all back into their little holes. Now, because they're in those holes and they're not in the order that I originally had written down, I'm gonna have to come around to the front. And yeah, it took that long. It's nighttime again. So I'm gonna come around to the front, look in the back here, and then put his lectern. I'm getting so sick of this happening. 1.14 is a buggy frickin' mess. I tell you what. Okay, so we put his lectern in. And then we come around behind. I forgot to place 2 blocks. So hopefully that guy didn't decide that the lectern was his. Okay. So that should get him to do that lectern. Just to make sure, I'm gonna pick that lectern back up. And place it again. There we go. So that should definitely have him thinking that lectern is his workstation. Now that he has that lectern as his workstation, we should be able to go to the second one. Which is this one. Okay, so he's a librarian as well. Gonna need to turn on hitboxes. Oh my gosh, why can I not do this right today? There. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I think I've got everything fixed. I'll go ahead, put in all the workstations, and catch back up with you guys. Alright guys, welcome back. So I wanted to just stop for a minute and show you guys how ridiculously annoying this whole thing is. So, this guy right here has no way of reaching the workstation that's behind this farmer. He has a lectern behind him, but he has decided to take the farmer profession from this over here. I don't know why, because that composter should be linked up to this farmer. And I've got about 3 other villagers that have done something similar to that. And it's driving me nuts. And honestly, I'm about ready to just go through, kill every villager in this place, and start over from scratch. Because it's very, very annoying. And I don't know how to fix most of it. There is some that have synced up with their proper workstation because you can hear them using them. But other ones, I don't even know if they have or not. And then of course there's all these ones that have went ahead and grabbed the wrong workstation and then got a profession that they shouldn't have. So I'm tempted because in my next episode I was planning to rebuild my villager breeder anyway. I'm really tempted to just go through, kill all the villagers, and start from scratch. That's what I'm really tempted to do. We learned the important things that we needed to know, like if they could actually access their workstations and stuff while in a minecart. So that's good. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm just going to go through and kill all, pretty much just rebuild the entire trade hall as far as villagers go. So yeah, thanks for coming through and watching my frustrations with this whole thing. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.